Ever thought your urban space could transform into a green sanctuary? Imagine replacing the dull concrete with a lush green wall of plants. That's the magic of vertical gardening. In an era where space is a luxury, vertical gardens are not just a trend, they're a revolution. They're helping us redefine our relationship with nature, turning the urban jungle into a literal one. So, whether you're a seasoned gardener or a green-thumb novice, it's time to think outside the pot. Welcome to the vertical revolution. Why go vertical? The answer is simple. Vertical gardening is not just an innovative trend, but a solution to some of the pressing issues we face today. It's an invitation to transform the way we grow, the way we live, and the way we contribute to our environment. For starters, space efficiency is a major advantage. With urban areas increasingly becoming cramped, going vertical allows us to make use of the often overlooked vertical space. Think of it as taking your traditional garden and turning it on its side. Instead of sprawling out, it grows up. This means you can have a garden in your apartment balcony, your office space, or even that small backyard. But it's not just about saving space. Vertical gardens are a visual delight, adding a dash of life and color to our concrete jungles. These living walls can transform dull spaces into vibrant green sanctuaries. Picture a wall of cascading greenery, a pillar bursting with colorful blooms, or a fence adorned with trailing vines. It's a form of nature's art, and you're the artist. Now let's talk about the environmental benefits. Plants are nature's lungs. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen, making our urban spaces healthier and more breathable. Vertical gardens exponentially increase the number of plants that can be grown in a given area, amplifying this benefit. Plus, they act as natural insulators, reducing energy consumption by cooling in summer and providing insulation in winter. And there's more. Vertical gardens can also contribute to reducing noise pollution. They create a natural sound barrier, muffling city noises and creating a tranquil environment. So, what's the takeaway? Vertical gardening is an efficient, beautiful, and environmentally friendly way of integrating nature into our urban lives. It's about using our creativity to bring the outdoors in, and in the process, making our spaces healthier, happier, and more sustainable. Vertical gardening is the future of urban green spaces. It's time to embrace this future and grow up, not out. Before you start, understand the basics. Vertical gardening is as simple as it sounds. It's gardening, but upwards. Instead of sprawling out over the ground, your garden stretches towards the sky, making the most out of every available square inch. The concept of vertical gardening is as old as nature itself. Think of ivy climbing up a castle wall, or a vine winding its way up a tree. What we're doing is taking that natural instinct to reach for the sun and giving it a little help. Now let's talk tools. To start your vertical garden, you'll need a sturdy support structure, appropriate pots or planters, good quality soil, and of course your chosen plants. The support structure is crucial. It could be a wall, fence, or a specially designed frame. Ensure it's strong enough to hold the weight of the plants, soil, and water. Next we come to the types of vertical gardens. Though there are countless creative variations, we'll focus on two popular types: pocket gardens and trellis gardens. Pocket gardens are like having multiple mini gardens all in one place. Picture a shoe organizer. Now replace shoes with plants. You've got a pocket garden. Each pocket holds a plant, allowing a variety of species to coexist happily in one vertical space. On the other hand, trellis gardens are perfect for climbing plants. A trellis is a latticed framework that provides support for climbing plants. Imagine a fence-like structure with vines weaving their way up, creating a lush green wall. That's your trellis garden. Remember, the key to a successful vertical garden is choosing the right plants and giving them the care they need. We'll delve deeper into this in the next scene. With these basics, you're ready to start your vertical garden. Stay tuned as we walk you through choosing the right plants to make your vertical garden thrive. Choosing the right plants is crucial. And that's why we're here, to help you make informed decisions about your vertical garden. Let's dive into the world of greens, shall we? First off, let's consider the sun-loving plants. Succulents are a great choice for vertical gardens. They're hardy, drought-tolerant, and come in a wide array of shapes, colors, and sizes. Aloe vera, echeveria, and jade plants are excellent succulents that thrive vertically. They require well-drained soil and can tolerate full sun to partial shade. For those shady spots in your garden, ferns are the way to go. They're versatile, easy to care for, and their feathery fronds add a touch of elegance to your vertical garden. Boston ferns and staghorn ferns are popular choices. They require moist soil and indirect light. If you're looking for edible options, many herbs and greens grow well in vertical gardens. Think basil, mint, rosemary, or even Swiss chard. They offer the dual benefits of being both decorative and delicious. However, they do require a fair amount of sunlight, so keep that in mind when deciding their placement. For a splash of color, consider flowering plants like petunias, geraniums, or begonias. They can turn your vertical garden into a living work of art. But remember, they need a bit more care, including regular watering and deadheading to keep them blooming beautifully. And let's not forget about climbers. Plants like ivy, clematis, and morning glory can create a lush green curtain in your vertical garden. They require a sturdy support to climb and can fill up a large space in no time. But here's the golden rule. Always consider the specific needs of each plant in terms of light, water, and soil. A plant that's well suited to its environment will thrive, while a plant that's not will struggle. So do your homework, consider the conditions in your garden, and choose plants that will love living there. Choose wisely and watch your vertical garden thrive. After all, a thriving garden is not just about the plants you choose, but how well you cater to their needs. Now let's get your hands dirty. Setting up a vertical garden is a straightforward process that can be broken down into 5 easy steps. First, you need to choose the right location. You'll need a sunny spot, preferably with 6 to 8 hours of sunlight a day. Remember, the sunnier the better. But if you're dealing with shade-loving plants, a spot with filtered light will do just fine. Next comes the preparation stage. This is where you'll need to gather your materials: a sturdy frame or wall, appropriate containers or pockets, good quality potting soil, and of course, your chosen plants. The third step is to install your vertical garden structure. This could be a trellis, a wall-mounted grid, or even a custom-built frame. Make sure it's secure and can handle the weight of your plants once they're fully grown. Now, onto the fun part: planting. Start by filling your containers with potting soil. Then, make a small hole in the soil for each plant. Carefully remove each plant from its nursery pot, place it in the hole, and gently pack the soil around it. Try to arrange your plants in a way that allows them to get the right amount of sun exposure based on their individual needs. The final step is watering. Give your newly installed vertical garden a good soak. Watering thoroughly at this stage will help settle the soil and eliminate any air pockets. Moving forward, you'll want to keep an eye on your vertical garden. Monitor the moisture levels and adjust your watering routine as needed. Also, keep an eye out for any signs of pests or disease, and address these issues promptly to keep your garden thriving. Remember, patience is key. It may take a little time for your vertical garden to fill in and reach its full potential. But trust me, the wait will be worth it. And just like that, your vertical garden is ready to grow. A thriving garden requires regular maintenance. Keeping your vertical garden in peak condition is simple if you follow these essential tips. Watering is critical. Since vertical gardens dry out faster than traditional ones, ensure your plants get adequate water. However, avoid overwatering as it can lead to root rot. Next, sunlight. Remember, not all plants need the same amount of light. Group your plants based on their sunlight needs to ensure they thrive. Pruning is another important aspect of maintaining a vertical garden. Regularly trim your plants to promote healthy growth and keep your garden looking tidy. Lastly, be vigilant about potential issues. If you notice any changes in your plants, such as yellowing leaves or stunted growth, it's time to troubleshoot. This could involve adjusting your watering schedule, repositioning your garden for better sunlight, or even treating for pests. With these maintenance tips, your vertical garden will be a green haven in no time. Still unsure? Here are some success stories. Take Jane, a city dweller who turned her small balcony into a lush green paradise. Or consider Mark, who transformed a blank wall in his backyard into a stunning floral display. Each of these individuals saw the potential in their spaces and used vertical gardening to bring it to life. From urban balconies to suburban backyards, vertical gardens can thrive anywhere. See the possibilities and get inspired. Transform your space into a living, breathing piece of art. Picture the joy of nurturing life, the thrill of watching your garden grow upwards, reaching for the sky. Just imagine the satisfaction of creating your own green sanctuary right in the heart of the concrete jungle. It's time to take that first step. Start your vertical gardening journey today. After all, every great garden begins with a single seed. So subscribe and explore more on vertical gardening. The sky is the limit.